Hi everyone, Heather Soltis here with your first Studio 90 from Manchester, England. On Saturday, the U.S. women's national team beat Colombia 3-0 to earn another 3 points in their group and a guaranteed spot in the Olympic quarterfinals. Here's a look at the Group G standings after the first 2 games. With 2 wins, the USA has 6 points and sits atop the standings. France beat Korea DPR 5-0 on Saturday right after the U.S.-Colombia game, so they now have 3 points and sit in second place based on goal differential. The WNT will finish first in its group with a win or a tie over North Korea on Tuesday. With a loss, the U.S. will still advance, but there are numerous scenarios of how the final group standings would end up. On Sunday morning, a few of the players who did not start in yesterday's match against Colombia held a final training session in Glasgow. Then the entire team got on the bus for the 3-hour ride south to England, saying goodbye to Scotland after 10 days. Head coach Pia Sundhage and forward Abby Wambach spoke to the media shortly after arriving in Manchester on Sunday evening.
You are as good as the last game. It feels like that when you're going forward and get a little bit of rhythm. If you look at the game against Colombia, I think the first half wasn't, I had hoped for more, but the second half we put it together a little bit, and especially with the center mid, to find that rhythm. And if we can do that against North Korea, I think we can go into the quarterfinal with a good feeling that we will create chances, we will stay compact in the attack and in the defense, and find good stuff with the starting lineup.
At this stage, at this level, if you have a bad game, you're gonna pay for it. We found that out against Sweden in the World Cup, and hopefully we don't have to find that out throughout this tournament.
It's a little bit of luxury, the fact that we know we're going to play the quarterfinal as well. So it's you look at 90 minutes in front of you, but also 2 days and then 90. So I would say, regardless who's in the starting lineup, we will have players that are good in the air in the box, and we'll have players that get in fairly wide and serve the ball into the box.
Forward Abby Wambach spoke about the team's excitement to play in another historic venue. Manchester United's Old Trafford will play host to the USA's final group game.
I've never been to Old Trafford, so I'm really excited about the opportunity to play on such a historic field, landmark, if you will, especially for the women. Only a few female, teams have played on this field specifically. I know our friends and family will be excited to go and witness such a game, and it's a big game. This is not a gimme game. I don't care what kind of result the French team had against them. They scored 3 or 4 late goals, late goals, so we know we have to put in a good performance to get a result against North Korea, and hopefully we can do it in such a great stadium.
The U.S. women's national team will take on Korea DPR on Tuesday at famed Old Trafford in Manchester. That game kicks off at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can watch live on the NBC Sports Network and the NBC Olympic Soccer Channel. You can also follow on Twitter at USSoccer_WNT and on USSoccer.com's match tracker. That's it for your first edition of Studio 90 from Manchester, England. I'm Heather Soltis. Thanks for watching.